It's just about that time of the week. Time for the Weekly Weebs Podcast. Grab your friends, family, waifus, and husbandos, and join your favorite weebs for an exciting show of anime talk. Hosts Crimson, Frenchie, Wigwiki, and Zario Machini will review and suggest shows, talk about news from the industry, and tackle some of the biggest arguments in the world of anime. It's the Weekly Weebs Podcast, starting now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast on the entire internet. I don't even need to say the title because you know what it is.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Or as we call it around here, the Weekly Weebs. But that's just what we call it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Only we call it that. Everybody
Oh.
else calls it who knows what.
Yep. What's up, everybody? It's your host this week, Zario Machini. And, of course, I'm joined by my co-hosts.
-1.
Yeah, -1. No wiki today. Go
We
ahead.
can never get the two of you in the same room for very long, can we?
Nope. No,
One
you
episode
just-
every 3 months. That's it.
And the panel.
Yeah, pretty much. But of course, lately when I have been able to be here and when I'm hosting, lately instead of doing news, I've been doing these sort of checkups. So I'll go ahead and send the question off. How you guys been doing lately?
Well, how have you been doing first?
It's been pretty wild, I gotta say. On the best note, this week I had my last day of class.
Woo!
So
That's exciting!
yeah, thank you. So officially I'm graduated.
And we'll have now more time to join us.
Yeah. There is still studying and like test taking I gotta do for certain like certifications and such that I can take to jobs. But you know, for the bulk of the heavy work, I guess. Yep, it's over.
It's a start.
Yep, it is.
And a finish.
Yep.
And a finish.
And an end and a beginning. So yep. So that's the best thing that happened, and I can use that as something to keep me happy. To counteract the fact that I spent $2,000 today on a car, and
yeah.
I am not a man of wealth. So
I don't think any of us are.
no. It just hurts.
Yeah.
But yeah, on that, but I've been feeling good. I'm ready for what's next. I'm ready for a nap that lasts for 7 days at least.
A week-long nap sounds incredible.
Yep, it does.
That just sounds like death.
Just
No,
for-
that's a month-long nap.
yeah,
No, that's a forever long nap.
yeah, just for a minute.
It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, yeah, that's how I'm doing. How about you guys?
Frenchie, you want to go, or do you want me to go
Just
before
go.
you're okay.
Just go.
I've been
Jeez.
not too bad. Kind of speaking in the money aspect, Erica and I have a bit more of a game plan in how we're going to handle our bills. So that way we can actually have some extra money eventually. It's going to be a long-run thing, but that's kind of that. Oh, we got a new Lego Batman piece that we spent 3 days on.
Nice.
I don't know if you saw the one for Batman the Animated Series where it was like the whole like what looks like a giant picture.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll show it to you here in a second once I find it again.
So it's like a set from the movie.
Kind of. It's this. So it looks 3D. Like it's a 3D kind of thing, and like
Oh,
each
that's
little
sick.
section.
Yeah, it's like the animated series with the
Yeah.
red sky and the zeppelins.
Yep. And then there's sections that can pop out, and there's like stickers with like characters behind them. There's like 16 characters. I'm pretty sure.
Wait,
So
so it pops out. So like the
so like there's
buildings-
sections of the building that
buildings, like open up.
well they're
kinda?
clicked in like Lego, but
Yeah.
they're like partially clicked in. So then you could take off like fronts of the buildings and you can look behind it, and like for the Wayne Manor, like you could take out a section. You can see like the Bat Cave with the Batmobile
Oh, that's sick.
and things like that. Yeah. So spent 3 days on that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Been listening to a lot of audiobooks lately. Been playing a lot of Supermarket Simulator.
Supermarket Simulator.
Yeah. We bought a game called Supermarket Simulator because it's in early access, and so we've been doing that for the last several months. And we actively listen to our audiobooks while we're doing that, and we've been listening to I'll say it on here, I don't give a shit. We've been listening to a lot of like smut books together. While we're playing the game. So we have our shop name called Smut and Shop. Because we're listening to smut audiobooks while we're playing.
Yeah.
it. So
Do you RP it that the shop plays that over the?
yeah, we have the book playing through our Bluetooth speaker, so we aren't hearing the background noise of the game.
Right.
We're just listening to the audiobook and playing the game.
Yeah, but you can like pretend like it's going through the speakers of the
100%.
store.
Yeah. And I also found out last week that I found out the reason why my PC has been crashing so much.
Because it sucks.
No. No.
The
so,
offense in his face immediately.
Weirdly enough, Windows 11 kind of sucks dick.
Yeah.
And because of
Can
it,
confirm.
I had to get new RAM cards because otherwise it wasn't compatible and would keep crashing. So, like $50 later, not too bad for 2 more RAM cards.
Yeah.
Got those in. They're RGB, like they're LED ones, so they actually light up inside the PC, which is cool.
Yep.
Got those in today, and my buddy Josh, who helped us with November last year.
Yep.
He's going to be coming over sometime this weekend to help me kind of replace those so I don't fuck anything up, because I'm terrified to mess with anything inside that thing.
Yeah, small pieces that you gotta fit into small parts.
Without breaking it.
Yep.
So, paranoia. So yeah, that's been my stuff other than working, losing my mind a little bit. But
I feel that.
yeah, I know Frenchie feels that. I'm just kind of delaying the inevitable of the giant atomic bomb that's about to get dropped on us.
A corked volcano.
Oh,
this
yeah.
week has been shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm sorry, honey.
Tuesday. Well, let's start Monday. I get an email for the broadcast job I applied for in college basketball, which I'm not going to out any one of who I applied for, anything like that. But they basically hadn't gotten back to me after a week. The guy was out of the office, sent an email, be like, hey, just make sure you got my stuff, like that, because he had just gotten back on Friday. Get an email back. It's like, hey, thanks for, reaching back out and checking in. We're looking for someone with more basketball credentials. I'm like,
like you don't have enough already, considering the amount of years you've done it?
Monday night, Kat and I wrote like a 5-paragraph long response, me detailing all of the hundreds of games I've worked for 5 different schools, and the different shows I've worked on, everything like that. And I got a response back that was just, thanks for the additional information, Tyler. Nothing else.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, literally got turned down for a dream job because I didn't have enough experience, and then I provided that experience and basically just essentially got told to fuck off. Haven't heard anything else since, so yeah, kind of just assuming that's dead in the water.
Maybe something you could try again for later in life, but
that's the first opening in a job like that in this area in 8 years. And there were 2 of them at the same spot, same school.
Damn.
And I couldn't even get an interview. And that's like one of the smaller opportunities in the area.
Gotcha.
Like we're not even talking like the biggest opportunities in the world of collegiate sports, but Yeah, couldn't even get an interview in the sport that I know the best and have the most experience with.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are. And then it got worse. So that was Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, I decided to take a half day just for mental health because I was starting to crack a little bit,
Yeah.
waiting on the job promotions at my normal job that I applied for. So I just took a half day, went home, started a couple new anime, just trying to find something new to watch. And, yeah, went back to work on Thursday. Found out I got denied on one of those promotions and didn't have like a follow-up interview, which they almost always do. But they announced it like I think they announced it technically today of that promotion being doled out. Didn't find out why I didn't get it. And then today got denied the other one. Didn't even get a denial email before they announced that one.
Wow.
So it's been a really shitty week.
Yeah.
Really, really shitty week. And I don't know what more I can do. And I have kind of felt like a failure because I don't know what to do now to try and make more money and further my career
Mm-hmm.
when I'm literally already handling like 4 to 5 special projects a day. And in the sport that I am the most comfortable, the most experienced, basically got told no, that nothing I've done is good enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I felt like a failure all week. So, yeah. I'm ready for the weekend to go eat my feelings at the Iowa State Fair.
Definitely, I get that. Well, man, first I'm going to say you're not a failure, especially just because some jobs or promotions don't come your way. It could just be the timing isn't right, or, you handle like really special clients in your job you've mentioned before. So it could be possible that, like, you could be too good at that, and they're keeping you there.
If that was the case, they better be paying me more money because I've officially been there for over 2 years now, and I make 90 more cents than when I started.
Wow.
Yeah. Should be getting another raise. Oh, that was the other thing is we're supposed to have like just our standard like interdepartmental promotions.
Uh-huh.
But because we've been merging with another company, that has been delayed.
Oh.
And like I'm not even like upset that I really didn't get these because the people that got the promotions I know and I enjoy working with,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm actually happy for them to have gotten it. It's just the fact that I've essentially been denied 3 promotions in the last month at work, got denied from a dream job opportunity twice.
Yeah.
In the same week, and their interdepartmental promotions, which were supposed to be announced in June, keep getting delayed. We don't have any for sure information if they're even happening this year, so it is just kind of all added up to a complete shitstorm that is my professional career right now. I still love my job. I still love where I work, people I work with. I don't hold anything against them for making the decisions they did. It's just the fact that everything is added up.
Right.
And I don't know what to do anymore. How I can continue to try and stand out without getting even worse burnout and driving myself insane.
Definitely.
So, yeah, if anyone from work listens, like I said, don't hold anything against anyone at work. I'm not mad about the people that got the promotions. It's literally just the fact that all of this is happening on top of each other. It's just
at the same time
torn me down consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first promotion I applied for, I didn't expect to get, and I just wanted to get some internal like application and interview experience.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact within that was like beginning of July, and we are here in the first full week of August, and I got turned down for 4 more jobs in the same week.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no plans to leave my current company, but it just kind of sucks when all of it starts to pile on.
Definitely.
I feel that. And you work your ass off very hard. So don't think you're a failure because of a opportunity that the company did not take.
Exactly.
I think that you are great at what you do. You are incredible. You have incredible work ethic as you are taking on so many different broadcast things and different sports throughout the year, and with your normal job on top of it.
Yeah, you're one of the few people I know that's consistently more busy than I am.
You are probably the busiest person I've ever met.
So that says a lot.
And the fact that you can also still have time for, friends and, cat and everything, it shows just how well you can also manage your time. And it's something that you need. That's a big, accomplishment in and of itself. So
I'm just tired.
Yeah, you look exhausted. You look like you just need.
I literally took a day off of work a couple weeks ago because I didn't sleep, and then Tuesday when all this stuff happened, I also slept like 4 hours.
Oof.
So it's just been a long week. I'm ready to just talk some anime and
then go home and sleep in.
And then go eat my feelings at the fair.
Definitely.
I am happy that we are recording tonight versus in the morning because it will be nice to sleep in on a Saturday after for once after quite a while.
Ooh, I can turn off my alarm.
I can't because I still have to wake up to feed the dogs, but then I get to go back to bed after that.
I have
for like 4
no
more hours.
lives I have to be responsible for other than my own. But
You should probably check in on the adventurer too.
Yeah.
I'm worried about him if you don't.
I mean, he wasn't an AI, so
Yeah.
we haven't seen him in who knows how long.
Yeah. I haven't heard his cage shaking much either. So. Huh. Maybe something did happen.
Did I put food in his bowl?
Thought I did. Oh, maybe it was the water I forgot. I hope he didn't pee in there again. I hate cleaning that up.
Oh my god.
All right, let's get to the topic for today.
The fun stuff.
Yep. So,
is it time for another death battle?
it is, and this time it's with a twist.
Is it anything I know? Because if not, this is going to be a very boring episode.
Tons of characters,
Oh, fuck
So-
yeah.
So what I ended up doing is I took every character from the past matchups that I've done so far, and I put them into a gigantic wheel,
Oh my god.
and we're going.
Oh my god.
And we're going to. There are 70 combatants,
Jesus.
and we're going to put them into 1v1 battles, and just kind of describe how they'll go. I figure we could do, like maybe 10, 15 of them, just kind of keep going until we get to like
A good stopping point,
yeah.
and then bring it
Kinda-
back next time or something.
Kind of look at time.
Should have
Yeah.
like knocked like 6 of them out, and then we could have done like a 64 fighter bracket.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, I just kind of like the random aspect for this.
Oh, I
that's
do
what I'm
too.
saying is like
Yeah.
we would still spin it, but like the first 2 would be like our first
Mhm.
match in the bracket, then the next 2
Yeah.
or like
yep,
go
I
region
get,
by region.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I didn't think about that though. There are some special spaces on this wheel that have that are not necessarily characters but have special rules, and if they pop up, then I will explain them.
Ooh.
All right.
Let's hop in. I'm
So,
excited.
With further ado, our first.
Without further ado.
Nope.
Okay.
We shall ado.
All right, I'm making a list of these so that way
Ado
we
the
can
blank
keep it
park
going.
zoo.
Hold on, I'm a doing.
Mario coming to Des Moines, be like, I'm a do the blank park zoo.
If you could add, it's 70 total fighters?
Yes.
We could add 2 more.
And do a
And-
72 bracket.
Well, not a 72 bracket, but like the first 4 fights are the quote play-in games. Like so the NC or the first it'd have to be the first like 8 fights.
Like the playoffs or something like that.
So how like college basketball does it? You have your 64 team field,
Okay.
but they have 4 other teams that get added, and those are the play-in games. It's usually like an 11 like the 2 teams will play for the 11 seed in a region or the 12 seed or something like that. So there's actually technically 68 teams that make the tournament, But this case, we could do 8 play-in. That's what we could do this episode, is just the play-in fights. And then you would take the 4 winners from that and the 64 remaining. I don't remember where I was going with this.
I'm lost.
Same, my
I'm
guy.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
Sports ball, man. I don't get it.
Okay, so if we added 2 fighters
Yes.
to this, you would then have, you'd basically have 72 total fighters. Today, we would be doing 8 fights. The 8 winners would advance into the field of 64, and the 8 losers are done. And then we could build a bracket from there.
Oh.
So this would be like the preliminary round.
The preliminary battles before the main events.
Yeah.
I see.
So I could literally just Google like random anime character, and we could add 2 to the wheel.
Assuming they aren't on the wheel already.
Random anime character generator.
That's not going to end well
I
at
needed
all.
to generate 2, right?
Yeah, I think. Because how many did you say there were? 70?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yugimoto.
Well, we're already starting strong.
And Mikasa.
Okay. I do have to ask this for the sake of these fights. Are their abilities going to be...
I'm gonna change Yugi into somebody who can fight.
Okay, I
Why
was
not
going
just
to
use
say...
Jump Force rules?
That's what I was going to say. Is it going to be Jump Force rules in the aspect of they could still... like the
Okay.
rules of their world
The other one that
apply to
popped
their
up was
fighting?
Kushina Uzumaki,
I don't know who that one is.
Naruto's mom.
Oh!
I'm gonna do Genos.
Okay,
That works.
it's your list.
Genos and
It would
Mikasa.
just be funny to see little tiny Yugi get his just ass just beat. Like,
Take this! Take this!
I agree.
Take this!
All right, so I'm gonna shuffle up the wheel. Okay, so the way you said it, we're basically doing 8 fights, right?
8 fights today, so it'll be 16 combatants. 8 winners will advance into the field of 64.
And then that's when we go ham.
Yeah, and so like our next episode, we could do like the first 16 matches of like half of the bracket or something like that.
Gotcha. All right.
Let me
Y'all ready for this?
Wii bracket.
I am ready.
All right, what's our first fight?
All right, spinning that wheel.
And
First
like,
combatant is
Someone.
Thorkel from Vinland Saga.
all right, and who is-
Thorkel is Patrick Seitz' character?
Yes,
Okay.
and who is Thorkel fighting?
Thorkel.
And do they get removed from the?
Yeah, I'm gonna remove them from the wheel.
Sweet. Don't need repeats. Thorkel versus himself.
Yeah.
It's just the different voice actors.
Yeah.
The Japanese
I'm
and
the Japanese one.
Well, remember, there's 2 English dubs.
I'm the Crunchy.
Oh fuck, that's right.
I'm the Crunchyroll voice actor.
I'm the Netflix.
Xylopero Granz.
I'm
from
sorry,
Bleach.
who?
Bleach.
He's a Bleach character.
Well,
I
I'm
think
out of this
Bronze
round.
is gonna fucking wreck Thorkel.
Yeah. No competition. Grant is gonna win. And conduct crazy experiments on him.
Yeah, Gronz is one of the Espada, isn't he?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to Google bracket generator just so I can create this.
Okay.
I have no opinion on this fight. I don't know who the second guy is.
Fair enough. He's in Espada, which is like a really high level hollow. Hollows are spirits that have like lost their heart before they could pass on,
Gotcha.
so they become monsters that eat souls.
Like the main character.
He works a little different.
Okay.
He's
Well, damn.
he's a very special child.
Gotcha.
But
I mean, if you're going, supernatural abilities versus pure strength, pretty sure the supernatural abilities might win in this case.
yeah, well, I mean, Thorkel kind of loses right off the bat because Xylopero is a ghost.
Well, yeah, okay.
But he's also like a super powerful mad scientist guy, and he has this special ability to create voodoo dolls of people that contain toys that are shaped like your organs and bones.
Oh, then yeah,
And if he,
no question asked.
yeah, if he breaks the organs or bones, they get destroyed in your body.
You could literally just twist the neck all the way around and
Yep.
win with 1 second on the clock. Yeah.
Now,
Alright.
now I want to see Thorkel as a Soul Reaper and have a Bankai. That would be dope.
His muscles just get bigger.
He just Broly's out.
All right. Well, I think
Yeah, Thorkel's dead.
yeah, Thorkel dead. He gone.
Yep.
Next.
All right. Spinning the wheel. Kisame Hoshigake from Naruto. You
He's
know
the fish
Kisame.
guy, the shark guy.
He's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's Itachi's partner.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
And he's fighting. We are fighting dreamers.
Someone. He is fighting a name of
Your
a
name.
person. Oh.
Kakashi Hatake.
Ooh,
Hey, same universe.
ooh.
Wow, nice.
Wait, so Kakashi versus...
Versus Kisame. All right.
Huh.
So
I would think Kakashi would
Hmm.
win this, right?
I almost want to do a respin because they're from the same universe. What do you guys think?
That's fine by me.
I have no preference. I have no
I kind of want to keep it like
separate
Di-
universes as much as possible.
yeah.
Okay.
Keep it multiversal.
Okay. So it's still
Alright.
Kisame, but
Yeah. We'll save Kakashi for later.
It's Kakashi again.
Yeah. Fuck.
if it's Kakashi again, then that's fate saying, no, these two are fighting.
Yep. I don't have any fake characters on here.
Toby.
That's another Naruto character.
Okay, we'll do one more respin, and then that's fate decides it.
Yep.
Well, the problem is we did like a huge Naruto and Bleach.
Yep.
That is
Matchups.
true.
Naruto was against One Piece.
Mm.
Baragon, Louis Barn, another member of the Espada.
God damn.
Uh,
I realized I was going to probably be useless. This.
hey man,
I don't
Wa-
know dick about Bleach. I know
watch-
watch Bleach. I
watch
don't have the
Bleach.
time to watch Bleach though. I was lucky to have the time to watch the last 2 anime assignments with enough time, and then I still have to watch Wiki's assignment, which I haven't even started yet.
Dude, Paradox Live is weird.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second.
It's weird.
I think we'll get into that next week, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't started it yet.
Cool concept.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways,
So Baragon is also an Espada.
what is his abilities? Let's start there.
So his ability is decay.
So he's Shigaraki, but
he
a
is
hollow.
Sort of. He is the kind of aspect of death by time itself, the death of all things through the passage of time.
So we have
So his,
time powers
so
versus
his,
a fish.
so the way it manifests is he has this aura around him.
Hey, not
That-
just a fish, a shark.
Yeah. So he has this aura around him that makes it so anything that enters it is just aged to the point that it completely decays away.
Okay. So this could actually be an interesting match because Kisame doesn't necessarily have to be up close.
Why was my first thought? Grandpa Shark doo doo.
Yeah. So water, of course, doesn't technically age. It goes through cycles of its existence.
A
but
photosynthesis.
the
Not
what?
photosynthesis.
What?
Not
That's plants.
photosynthesis. What's the fucking thing I'm thinking of?
Evaporation?
No, but what's that whole cycle? Because it's evaporation. There's
The
also perspiration.
circle of life.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't know
Evaporation, perspiration, condensation.
Masturbation.
Yeah. Whatever gets the liquids flowing.
Yours isn't gas?
You ever just jerk off and gas just comes out?
Man,
It's like when you
do
dry
you
heave.
do you call a doctor or an exorcist at that point? Like, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, water doesn't really age, and this is kind of a spoiler for Crimson, but Kisame has his true form, where he creates the moving lake around him. Basically,
It's like a domain expansion.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. There's just a gigantic water bubble that he swims in that moves, or he's always in the center of it, just as he swims.
I feel like I've seen that before, whether it was in an actual episode years and years ago, or if it was in a game.
Could have been in a game, because
But
I know he has it in like the Ultimate Ninja games.
let me ask this: do the characters in do the Hollows necessarily have to be able to breathe air? Because you mentioned that they were kind of like ghosts.
I don't think they breathe at all. I think they're technically dead.
Ooh. So I think Kisame might be out then. Because while he might have the range, if the other person doesn't necessarily need to breathe, he could just get up close anytime he needs to without any necessarily issues of running out of stamina or air to prevent him from not.
Well, yeah, and Baragon, he doesn't move very much because he's like a skeleton dude, or when he's not a skeleton, he's an old man.
Can he expand his aura? Or extend it, excuse me?
It's kind of like a bubble that goes out from him.
Okay.
It's like this kind of dark aura cloud kind of
Gotcha.
thing. But he also has range, because pretty much all higher level Hollows have this move called Sero, which is basically just an energy beam.
Gotcha.
So Kisame has shark bombs.
Yeah, that's the thing is Kisame's not just like the moving lake. He does have other jutsus, and
I mean, I know that
the water is a weapon in itself.
Yeah,
because he can make water explode and turn into sharks and dragons and.
Fair, but if anything, while he may have range, once some of those things get into that bubble, they would probably just decay at that point. Cause
not if they're made of water.
Yeah, water doesn't decay.
Oh,
like Kisame, among a lot of the people in Naruto, is actually not a bad matchup.
Yeah, honestly,
interesting. I mean, I've said my thoughts. I don't know much about either character. I'm just basing it off of the knowledge I was just given. This is more of a, in my opinion, I think the Hollow wins.
Ultimately, I think Baragon wins as well, because I don't think that Kisame would be able to land like a decisive
killing blow.
Yeah, because in the series, Baragon takes a Bankai nuke. And lives. So
damn.
Yeah, it does take quite a bit to to eventually take him down. Eventually, technically, what kills him is his own powers being reversed onto himself.
Which I don't think Kisame has that ability to do.
No, he has zero way of doing anything like that.
Gotcha.
I still think that he would put up a fight. I do think that Baragon would probably end up on top, ultimately.
Frenchie, thoughts?
Oh, I completely agree.
Got
Reading the manga and seeing the shit he pulls.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy the abilities he has, and he is pretty OP inside the Bleach universe, and the Bleach universe is stronger than the Naruto universe.
Oh yeah, by leaps and bounds.
And I try not to keep that in mind. I want to like equal out the power for these fights. Otherwise,
Make it Jump Force style.
yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I said, using
For
the Jump Force
entertainment
fight.
value.
Yeah. Otherwise, Bleach is just gonna kill everyone. Basically.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and I mean, even since these are all the past characters, there's also like Dragon Ball Z characters on here, and they're
Cool. Another franchise I don't really
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but it's the Ginyu Force.
yeah, and the
Cool. A group I don't know.
Ginyu Force and the androids. Dude,
Do your research.
Ginyu Force is the best, man. They're like evil Power Rangers in space.
Okay, I guess I know a little
But-
bit.
Feminine.
I know
Yeah,
very
Power
little
Rangers.
about them from just like past Dragon Ball games that I've played in the past. That's it. All
Alright.
right.
All right, next fight.
Next fight.
Bleach 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
So we got Grons and Baragon moving on.
When you
into
have
the-
literal undeads fighting people, it's kind of hard to.
Ooh,
Doflamingo.
Dofi.
Ooh. Okay.
Calls
I know
like someone
stuff.
I know.
Yeah, for real. Someone I know finally.
Fights another Bleach character.
Yeah,
I
right.
swear to Christ.
It's definitely possible.
Probably.
I mean,
I
hey,
wouldn't be
hey, there's a
surprised.
couple Naruto characters we skipped, so
Yeah. And every other group. Because didn't we do one with the Seven Deadly Sins?
Ooh,
Android 18.
So on the one hand, Doflamingo has range. That's his whole shtick is range.
Yeah,
But
he's
on the
fighting a Dragon Ball Z character.
I would
You wanna
say,
talk about
but on
range?
the other hand, he's also fighting someone who's not technically a human
that's very true.
at the same time, also in the Dragon Ball world.
Hmm.
I think the thing that
If
helps.
it's awakened Doflamingo, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I don't
like
know dick about Doflamingo, so like you guys can decide all that.
Crimson over here.
Crank him up.
See how it feels?
Welcome to my life.
Hey,
Um,
I mean, the first one of these I did was Katsuki versus a shit ton of One Piece characters I knew nothing about. So-
True. Wasn't it the Warlords?
yeah.
The Akatsuki versus
Well,
the Warlords? Yeah.
Warlords and Emperors, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, that's what they're called.
Yeah, the
The
Emperors.
4 Emperors.
Yeah.
So, if we're doing it by Jump Force rules, where we're equaling out the power, which I think is a really good idea for us to do, because otherwise it's
Otherwise, it's one-sided most times.
yeah, it's
Yep.
like the stronger universe is just going to win all these fights.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I still think 18 would win the fight because she's faster, has
Yep.
more range.
And
True.
infinite stamina.
Yeah.
And is
Dof-
also not human.
I mean, that doesn't really matter.
Well, if you look in the aspect of humans run out of stamina probably significantly quicker than an android would.
Well,
The androids
the
don't.
Androids just don't. They
Exactly,
Can, they can
that's the
literally-
point.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can,
that's the
but I mean,
point.
like,
they can literally fight forever.
she could fight a fishman. And the fishman would have the same limitations as a human, essentially, except can swim better and use fishman karate.
I guess that's fair.
But I think that she is a trained fighter as well in terms
Yeah.
of martial arts. Doflamingo just kind of hits you hard.
Hmm.
He has a couple of really strong hits, and if you can survive those, then he's kind of boned.
He can he destroy an island with his strings?
I know in the show, he ends up awakening his devil fruit power and turning the island basically into string,
Okay.
or the buildings of the island essentially into string.
So his strings can cut through anything, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
but also
Are incredibly hard to break.
they're incredibly hard to break, but at the same time, the barrier created by Barto was able not to hold them back, essentially, but avoid being cut.
True.
It really depends, to me, if 18 can get up in a close fight, she takes it easily.
She kicked Vegeta's ass.
Yeah.
Gave him the hands.
Because, like, if it's a ranged fight and he's able to, like I said, equalize power, can cut her with the strings, he can take it. But I think she's too fast for him, and his hockey will wear down eventually.
Krillin
Also
also
true.
taught her Destructo Disc.
Yeah, but it's Dragon Ball. They will never use it.
I think that's a fair point. And it goes back to Doflamingo's whole shtick is range.
Mm-hmm.
And once he doesn't, like, if he doesn't have range, that's it. Like, he could create doppelgangers basically with string of Android 18, but it wouldn't be nearly as powerful. But once he's out, like, once his close range ain't that good. His whole focus is.
No, that's why he got his ass kicked by Bounce Man Luffy, because Luffy's hits up close outlasted his hockey.
Yep.
And I think that's what 18's ability is going to be, because she can move like at the speed of light.
Yeah.
Androids also have barriers too.
True. And worst comes to worst, she could always self-destruct and just take them both out.
That's true. Although I guess that depends on which version of 18 we're talking about, because her most powerful self doesn't have the bomb anymore.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Krillin wished for them to be removed from her in 17.
Yeah. And I guess I can't even really say most powerful, because the androids don't really fluctuate in power. They can just fight forever. I say most powerful just because she knows more techniques as time goes on, like the Destructo Disc.
I think in the grand scheme of it, not even the fact that it's Dragon Ball, I do think Android 18 will take the win on this.
I think so too, ultimately. Although
I think there's too many limits.
Doflamingo,
There's too many limitations with Doflamingo and his fighting style that prevent him from being able to withstand close range for very long. If he can keep her long range, he might have a chance. But I think if she can outmaneuver him, I think she has a chance.
I think the big thing too is 18 don't fuck around.
True.
She's going to go out and just immediately kick your ass. She does not play around. Dofi's cocky as hell and
Also
likes
true.
to mess with his opponents. And I think that she gets a jump on him, kicks his ass before he has a chance to get the ranged attacks going. And like I said, her speed and strength and the fact that she has unlimited stamina will outlast his hockey. He can use arm and hockey as much as he wants, but eventually that's going to get worn down and he's done.
Yeah.
True.
His
overconfidence will truly be his downfall in this case.
Like, if she really wanted to, she could just make the fight last for days until he eventually wears down.
True.
Because that's basically what she did to Gohan.
Yeah. And again, she's an android. So I think in that aspect alone, I think she takes the win.
Yeah. I would go with 18.
I would agree.
I love Doflamingo.
Great villain.
Mm.
But, yeah, I agree.
Second most evil person in the One Piece universe.
Really?
Orochi.
Orochi
is just evil for the pure fact of being evil.
Gotcha.
I was really...
Itachi Uchiha.
Ooh, okay.
Love me a good Itachi. I hope he fights Sasuke.
I don't think Sasuke's on this list.
I don't think he is either.
I mean, we know who...
Genos.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be an interesting one. Who we got?
Kaido.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I think...
That's hilarious, actually, because I think that's the exact matchup we did. That they fought each other.
I think you might be right.
I do think that. I think this is a rematch, which
This
I'm
would
fine.
be a
I'm
rematch.
fine with if it is, but
here's my thoughts.
I'm pretty sure back then I thought Itachi would win. I think my opinion remains the same, although I don't know much about Kaido. Itachi is busted, though.
So I finally finished Wano. So I gotta see more of, like, what Kaido do, what he do with that do. I think that it would be close solely in the fact that I don't think Itachi's eyes to, like, get in his head would really amount to much.
Oh, he's drunk as shit. It won't matter.
Exactly. Because Kaido's going to be drunk, so even if he does get in his head, it won't matter because he's drunk.
Okay.
Well, with that said, though, I think Itachi might still stand a better chance. Speed alone. But I know Kaido can take some hits.
I was gonna say Kaido's a beefy. He's a beefy boy. Like, it takes Gear 5 Luffy 2 times to beat him, and that's after he has fought Sanji, Kid, Law,
Sanji?
Wasn't Sanji also in the attack? I know Zoro was. That was the last one I was going to name. But wasn't Sanji also in like the big group? Maybe it was just the 4 of them.
It was Zoro, it was Kid, Law, and Luffy versus Big Mom and Kaido.
Yeah, but like the 4 of them were fighting Kaido before Big Mom showed up too.
True.
Like,
and they were having a bitch of a time.
He took so many hits. Like he got wounded by Zoro, and that was before he fought Luffy one-on-one and kicked his ass 3 times.
Yeah.
And then Luffy got Gear 5 after essentially dying.
Yeah, he pretty much died, got Gear 5, got clapped a little bit longer, and then Gear 5 ended up finally winning.
Toon Force.
Yeah, Toon Force. So
the one thing that worries me is Itachi running out of chakra.
That's
Kaido's hockey.
Possible.
That's true.
The crazy part is Kaido doesn't even really use armament hockey.
True. He's just
beef. Huge.
The thing about Itachi though is the crazy abilities that he does have.
Yeah.
Like of course the Sharingan itself lets him copy jutsu, so he has a bunch of jutsu that he has copied, like the shadow clones and stuff
True.
like that. But that's like
I don't think that's gonna.
That's like really bitch stuff compared to his biggest abilities. Like, even if you don't think Tsukiyomi, his genjutsu, is gonna do anything against him, he has Amaterasu, which is the black flame that never stops burning until whatever it's touching is consumed.
In the Dragonoid human form, I don't think the Amaterasu would do anything against the dragon skin.
True.
For Kaido.
Why?
Well, for one,
I'm
Kaido's
pretty sure
also
he's
a
flame-proof.
dragon.
But these are flames that consume flames.
But there's no flames to consume.
That's not important. That's just an example of how powerful these flames are. These flames devour anything. And they never stop burning until whatever they're consuming is consumed.
See, this is the toughest part about having fights across universes, because the fact... I don't even know if it makes Kaido fireproof. I just think that that's something potentially in his favor that could be used.
And then even if Amaterasu isn't the answer, he has Susanoo, which in and of itself, his Susanoo is actually kind of we find out that it's like a jerry rig where he added extra shit to his Susanoo. So
Susanoo fighting Dragon Kaido
would be so sick. So what Susanoo is, Crimson, is...
I kind of have a general idea.
It's
of
a
Susanoo.
stand.
It's basically a stand.
I know Susanoo from the games and stuff. I know of that.
Okay, and the thing that makes Itachi's special is that it actually has 2 legendary artifacts that he's added to it. He basically grafted them onto his jutsu, where it has a flaming sword. I can't remember specifically what it's called right this second, but it's a flame that comes out of a gourd, and what it does is when it pierces you, it's actually a sealing jutsu.
I remember you telling us about this last time. Yep.
And it takes you into a parallel world where you are in a drunken stupor for the rest of eternity.
Kaido already is, so that won't affect him.
Kaido might opt to get sealed away.
Yeah, I don't think that would.
But also he has a shield called the Mirror of Yamato that reflects all attacks.
Okay.
So Kaido, with like his fire and lightning and attacks that he does or whatever, like those could be completely deflected.
I think if Itachi has enough time to get Susanoo out.
Oh, it doesn't take time. It's like a blink, basically.
Oh. I think if Itachi starts with Susanoo, I think he would win.
Yeah, which
but
he
if
probably
he
wouldn't do that.
I would say, but if he doesn't start with that, I think Kaido and his beefcakes will probably take the win. A lot of it truly boils down to how the beginning of the fight starts with this group or with this team, with this matchup. How hard of a hit can Itachi take? Can he take spiky?
Can you hit him?
That's also true.
I mean, he took a hit from Kirin, which is basically a gigantic lion made of pure lightning.
God,
So-
anime's fucking weird.
Yeah. So it's he is on like the technically scrawnier side, but which is like why Susanoo is great because it's kind of like a perfect defense. But
I'm trying to
he can-
picture
he-
Itachi as like Shanks in this case, in
um,
the aspect of kind of like the strength differences in a way.
uh-huh.
Because I know Shanks is very, very strong.
Mhm.
Don't even really know.
I saw briefly the Kid versus Shanks fight, which that was dope as fuck.
Just for time's sake, I'm gonna agree on Itachi. I just think he
Yeah.
has so many things to
Yeah.
throw.
I was gonna ask you because you have the most experience with technically.
It does
with
seem
both
like Itachi
shows.
has a lot more utilities under his belt to kind of deal with Kaido.
He's also smart as fuck.
Yeah.
also true.
Kaido's fucking stupid.
It's,
Also true.
it's very possible that if Itachi sees a giant dragon ogre guy, that he might just think, I might need Susanoo right off the bat. Yep. All right.
Itachi.
All right. Next fighter.
That was number 3, right?
Yep.
Oh my god, we have
Oh, really?
5 more still.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Grimjow Jaggerjags.
Don't know Grimjow. It's also from Bleach, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Mind blown.
One of the best Bleach characters.
He's my favorite personally. He's the number 6 Espada.
All right, so we got Bleach again versus something. Maybe.
Another Bleach.
Yes, actually. Reroll.
Oh, Urahara and Grimjow.
That,
I almost want to have that fight just for the sake.
that would be a sick fight. I'm not.
I just saw the long name and I'm like, oh, that's definitely gonna be Bleach.
Mihawk.
Ooh. I don't know dick about Grimjow to really say much of an answer. I just know that Mihawk be bussin' with a sword.
If we are equaling out the power, Mihawk fucking wipes Ichigo.
But it's not Ichigo, it's Grimjow.
I know. I'm just saying.
Oh.
So in Grimjow's very first appearance, he beats the shit out of Ichigo with his hands in his pockets. He just kicks him.
Literally kicks his ass.
He's like, I'm not even gonna touch my sword. I'm just gonna kick you. And he beats Ichigo, and that's how he enters the fucking show.
But we've also, Mihawk entered the show, and he fought with a tiny blade.
Against one of the best swordsmen in the entire show.
Yeah. Like, although between their entrances, Grimjow's entrance is a pretty good time after the Soul Society arc.
Mm.
So this is like if Mihawk would have shown up and kicked Zoro's ass in the exact same way, like somewhere in the Grand Line.
He did. It was at the Grand Line.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
it wasn't. It was at the Baratier. In the
Which
East
is on
Blue.
the Grand Line.
It's in the
No,
East
not
Blue.
in the Grand Line. I'm sorry, East Blue.
I was gonna say
The only
they
other
don't-
time Marineford.
Yeah, but this would be the equivalent of let's
I'm
say
just saying
post time
Ichigo-
skip.
Yeah, Ichigo's gone through like a couple of power-ups at this point, is what I'm
Gotcha.
saying.
Yeah, let's say
Whereas
Saba
Zoro-
Odi, like return to Saba Odi right after the time skip. After Mihawk has trained Zoro, he shows back up and kicks Zoro's ass.
Yep.
That's the equivalent of Grimjow.
Doesn't Mihawk show up again later and like completely cut a meteor in half or some shit?
He cuts multiple ships in half. We haven't seen a lot of Mihawk is the big thing.
True.
Grimjow, very well documented, very much kicks main character's ass.
Yeah, and he's a panther is like what he's based off of. So in his release form, Resurrection, his limbs kind of become panther limbs, and he's able to launch 10 razor-like Seros out of his claws.
Imagine Mihawk shows up and beats Gear 3 Luffy with his little knife. That's basically the equivalent.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, Mihawk probably could have shown up and beat Gear 3 Luffy with his little tiny.
That is also true.
I agree with
Because
that.
doesn't Mihawk also has observation hockey?
We don't know what the fuck he has.
Oh, I guess that's true.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Where it's at right now, Mihawk really hasn't gotten any stronger. And
He hasn't had need to, really.
Yeah. But he's still one of the strongest people in the entire universe, and is still the best swordsman.
In the entire universe.
I mean, the fact that he's a better swordsman than Shanks, and Shanks is an emperor.
Yeah, but Shanks is an emperor because of his hockey, not because of
That's
his
true.
sword skills.
He's
literally missing his dominant arm.
also true.
I think it's his right arm. No,
Left arm.
left arm. I think he's righty. Nope, we're good.
So he's still stronger than Shanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, as a swordsman.
as a swordsman. Yeah.
I almost want to go Mihawk just specifically because we already have 2 Bleach people that have advanced.
I mean,
Part of me, the only reason I would go Mihawk is because, again, I don't know dick about Bleach. And the times that we have seen Mihawk, he has fucked shit up.
yeah, and see, I'm on the opposite side of the table where I don't know dick about One Piece.
But you know a lot about Bleach.
Every
Yep.
time you see Grimjow, he fucks shit up.
I mean, he's
But
in the middle.
If it says anything, though, Grimjow is the 6th strongest Espada member. Mihawk is arguably the strongest of the warlords outside of probably Dofi. So I'm just thinking, like, if we've equaled out the power, and Doflamingo, again, is very, very cocky, and obviously Mihawk is too, but he also can read an opponent's strength.
So is Grimjow. Grimjow's also very cocky.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is both of them are very cocky, but Mihawk can read an opponent's strength, and that's why he knew he didn't need the big sword to fight Zoro.
Yeah.
I think that Grimjow didn't want to use his hands against Ichigo just to be able to say he didn't have to.
Yeah.
I could have 100% seen that fight going a different thing because...
I mean, if he would have drawn his sword, he would have lopped off Ichigo's head right then and there.
Because, like, I think Grimjow is cocky in the way that it could impede him. I think Mihawk is more intelligent with how he approaches.
Sure. Okay.
So I guess you're the tiebreaker in this, because I think Mihawk, you obviously think Grimjow. So you're the tiebreaker.
I really think it could go either way. I could see people being mad when I say this, but I am going to go Mihawk.
Sure. All right.
That's fair. I mean, when you said that he can read his opponent, like that alone
I really think that that's like a huge underlying factor in these fights.
is the cockiness level and how they can read their opponent.
How you approach the fight.
Yeah. And Mihawk Mihawk has some cockiness to him, but when he's getting ready to fight, he'll be like, okay, do I need big sword or can I handle it with tiny sword?
He definitely can't handle Grimjow with tiny sword. I promise that.
No.
All right, we're on fight 6. So far, we've got Grons, Baragon, 18, Itachi, and Mihawk advancing.
Nice.
Interesting.
Crow from Ruby.
You spelled it wrong, but okay.
Oh, well.
It's okay. They spelled Ruby wrong.
Okay. Well, it's an acronym.
Your mom
It's Ruby from Team Ruby, the star of the show, Ruby.
That I will admit is kind
This
of.
is Alex Armstrong from Full Metal
Ooh.
Alchemist Brotherhood.
If Crow gets hit, he's done. If Crow gets hit one time by those fists, he's done.
Yeah, by the Armstrong alchemy that's been passed down the family through generations. So, I mean...
I'm also looking at this unbiasedly. Specifically this fight because I actually know both characters.
Well, I mean, Crow is a squirrely bastard. He's got that going for him.
He's got the range with the gun. He's
Uh-huh.
got thick boy blade and
Armstrong,
scythe.
Armstrong also has range because he punches and then rocks become spikes.
True.
Or busts of his face.
I do think that Crow also has the agility that Armstrong
Yes.
lacks because, one, he is a smaller build, but two, he can also turn into he can literally at will turn back and forth between a bird and not bird.
Yeah.
So
he also had, in terms of physical combat as well, he has more reach with the scythe.
True.
But Armstrong has zero problems getting in close. So if he is like, oh, the answer.
But we've also seen Crow fight up close as well with the way, because he's built his sword specifically to where it could be a sword, or it could be
that's true.
shorter. Like, he can extend it out to a full sword. He can have it be a short sword, or he can have it be a scythe. So his weapon, it has different reaches of what he needs to be, plus the range of the gun.
2 important questions. Is Crow sober? And is Sig Curtis in the audience cheering on Alex Armstrong? Because if Sig Curtis is there, Crow's done.
I'm going to say, if we're going Jump Force rules, they're probably both.
That was mostly a joke. I'm going
yeah.
to be honest, that was almost entirely a joke.
Gotcha.
But also, if Sig Curtis is in the audience, Crow's done.
Yeah.
Still unbiased, though, I do think Crow might take the win because, yes, Alex has the brawn and he has the strength and everything.
He's also like a military tactician and does know how to adapt to combat situations.
True, but so is Crow, because he's also his whole life, like basically the whole time we've seen him in Ruby and before, he's been out doing missions, and he's also been espionaging and spying. So I think Crow might have the upper hand in this just from utility alone and speed.
Could.
But that's just my thought. That's my vote. I think that, still unbiasedly, I think Crow does have just a slightly upper hand.
Fucking bias.
Well, again,
I
know.
vote for the Ruby guy.
Well, again, this is a fight where I know both characters, and I've seen all of Brotherhood. I've seen everything that Ruby has right now. So,
have they finally explained how weapons are made?
Nope. Well, they haven't had a chance to. Show's been kind of in a small hiatus because they shut down because Warner Brothers sucks ass.
And yet they can remake the first season. That they can't just show.
Well, okay, to be fair, Ice Queendom is not really a remake. There's like 3 episodes of the whole show where it's actually like from season 1. The rest of it is all stuff that's completely new.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Frenchie, on this fight?
I really want it to be Armstrong, but like we have been talking again about versatility, and speed has been a huge factor in these. But at the same time, I also think it kind of goes the same thing with what I talked about with Kaido. That beefy boy can take some hits. We saw in every fight that he's in, and the dude almost single-handedly took down Sloth. So like
almost single-handedly though. Plus,
who the fuck
Kaido,
did Crow beat?
I mean, I think Sloth would destroy Crow. He's the fastest.
Well, yeah, Sloth
which is still so funny.
Yeah, Sloth would destroy Crow, but we're not talking about Sloth. We're talking about Armstrong.
I know, but the way you reiterated him saying almost single-handedly, you made that sound like Sloth ain't shit.
I wasn't trying to say that. I was talking more in the aspect of like
Sloth is
going back to the fight with Kaido. Like Kaido also is half dragon ultimately because of his devil fruit, whereas these are both just human at this point. At the end of the day, they are both just human. So
I think if Crow turns into a bird, he's going to put himself at a disadvantage because I think Armstrong could easily get some sort of a lance made out of rock or earth to hit him.
I mean, he's a military guy. He's definitely done marksman training.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely killing that fucking bird. But Crow would probably be able to tell that through the fight that turning into a bird wouldn't be a good idea.
And again, if he can do it at will, he can always just become bird to get a little bit closer and then switch back to be able to block some attacks and stuff. Like,
for sure.
Again, it goes back to he has a bit more utility under his belt. I think
Crow able to land a couple literal shots that weaken Armstrong, slow him down a little bit, takes a couple big hits himself, able to withstand it enough, and use his speed to get inside to be able to land a killing blow, likely with the sword.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'll lean Crow.
All right, cool.
Wow. I will say, not an outcome I thought we would hit, but goddamn.
Alrighty.
This is the last one, right?
No, we have 2 more.
Okay.
I thought that was
That was number 6.
We've got Grons, Baragon, 18, Itachi, Mihawk, and Crow.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we do. I can't math. It's been a day. I've been doing too much math today. I don't want to do any more.
No more math.
No more math, please. All right, we got
Captain Yami.
okay. I keep realizing that the clapping's coming from your phone.
Yeah.
It took me so long for a while to realize that's what it was. Okay.
versus
Jinbei.
Jinbei.
Ooh,
I think Yami kicks his ass.
I think so
personally.
too.
Like
I don't
Jinbei-
think it's a question. Like,
Jinbei, super strong in his own universe, but he's not standing up to Dimension Slash.
no.
Just-
That move alone,
uh,
that no question. I think Yami takes this one.
Like, if they're fighting
This-
near or underwater, Jinbei has a really good shot, but I just think Yami has the same strength. Jinbei is strong in the One Piece universe, but I just don't think he's got enough. Plus, we haven't seen him, like, have many feats.
True.
That's what I'm trying to keep in mind, too, is, like,
How much of their screen time have we seen actually
examples
doing?
of power.
Yeah.
who did they beat in their own universe? Jinbei has been more of a support role than anything else. Like, he's the helmsman. He helps, rescue people in the raid on Onigashima.
Onigashima. Didn't he end up fighting? He fought one of Kaido's. No, not Kaido. Was it one of Kaido's generals or was it one of the CP0s?
I think both.
And he still won.
Yeah, but like, you compare that to like what we've seen from Sanji, from Zoro, even Robin.
Even Robin, yeah.
Yeah, I think Robin has more feats in recent One Piece than Jinbei.
Yeah. And again, Captain Yami, he's a captain of the Black Bulls for a reason, and Dimension Slash alone would just end Jinbei.
So, is there a way for you to steel man an argument for Jinbei, or is this?
I don't think there is.
Is this just low diff?
I think this is a one-sided fight.
You think so?
I think
I
so.
think the only way is if Jinbei can get inside the sword, but I don't think this because Yami's fast.
Yami
too.
fast.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Jinbei-
since he can read ki, he knows incoming attacks and where his
Yeah.
opponents are at.
True.
And we haven't seen any sort of like observation hockey or anything.
From Jinbei.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
We've seen armament from Jinbei.
Well, that's
but
that's
that's it.
observation hockey.
Oh, but yeah, I mean that's
Like,
it. I think
Just
yeah.
to find something comparable to how Yami reads ki.
Oh yeah, I'm tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a one-sided fight. I think Yami's
Now, if it was someone like Katakuri,
that
fighting
might be a
Yami,
different fight.
that would be really fun with, his observation hockey as strong as it is.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I'll go. I think Yami clears this. I think it's interesting for a little bit, but Yami takes this one. He's just
Hands
too
down.
strong and has the ability to attack from range with the Dimension Slash, as well as the only time that Jinbei's gonna have a chance is if he can use his Fisherman Karate. But Yami's so fast and strong inside too that sword's gonna hit home.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Last round. Right? This is actually the last round. I'm not mathing wrong in this case again.
Yeah, the last one was number
Baragon,
7.
18, Itachi, Mihawk, Crow, and Yami.
Okay. So last one.
Almost all from different universes.
Yeah, for the most part, that's good so far. It'll be nice to see when we do our final overalls.
Aizawa.
This could either go really well
This
for
is-
Aizawa
yeah.
or really bad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, he's either going to have a really good matchup or he's going to get slaughtered. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be the latter of
If
the
it's
two.
someone that relies specifically on their powers, he's got a chance.
Yeah, that's true.
Toby. So, I
He
mean,
So
kind of
someone
has
who
a
relies
chance.
on his powers.
He's got a chance.
so But man, are Toby's powers busted.
True, but it's hard to use your powers when you have somebody literally negating your powers. Because again, while they are different powers from different universes, if we're looking at it in the Jump Force style, Aizawa could just be like, no.
Aizawa does have to be looking at his opponent, though.
Yeah, but he's real good at that, though.
That's his whole shtick.
That's true.
And he's got the goggles to make it so it doesn't even look like he's looking at his opponent.
He wouldn't need the goggles, though, because it's a one-on-one.
Yeah,
the goggles for when he's fighting groups.
Yeah,
but the goggles would probably be helpful in a one-on-one also, because then if your opponent thinks that they're able to use their stuff, then that's a delayed second that they're trying to do something they think they can do that Aizawa knows they can't.
Well, now Toby
he thinks I know that I know that I think he thinks I know.
Exactly.
Now Toby also fights in very silly ways, though, so he will employ random ninja tools, including explosives and flash bombs.
I guess the goggles could help against the flash bombs, potentially.
True.
Aren't they, like, slitted, though?
They are, but I think there's enough shadow in between them that I wouldn't necessarily
I don't really know how they operate. If it's like they can actually go, things can go through, or if they're like the fucking, like, the glasses everyone used to wear, like the sunglasses.
No, they're slitted goggles, basically.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were.
So, like,
just so you
if
can't
things can
see
get
his
through,
eyes.
that's a stupid design.
It is a stupid design. But with that said, they would still provide enough of a bit of shadow that the flashbang wouldn't impact him horribly.
And you know, they're both really adept at close range combat.
True.
One of the greatest hand-to-hand fights in all of Naruto involves Toby, technically.
When Obito invades the Kage Summit, and he just beats the shit out of everyone in there.
Well, I was specifically talking about when him and Kakashi are having the fight inside the Kamui dimension.
That's fair.
Which, if Toby catches Aizawa without Aizawa using his erasure, and Toby gets him in the Kamui dimension, that's game over.
Yeah.
I think this fight boils down to who acts first. Because if Aizawa acts first and uses his quirk before Toby can get him to that dimension, I think Aizawa might stand a chance. But if Toby's able to clear that gap a little bit beforehand and get him catch him off guard, I think that Toby will have a better chance.
So I think either way, Toby wins.
Oh.
I think that, Aizawa has a better chance. But Toby also is stupidly strong with the Hashirama cells.
Yep. And he has Izanami, so he can, or Izanagi, so he can erase his own death like he did against Conan.
Yeah.
As long as he has an eye to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
Spoiler.
Aizawa would also not know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Aizawa also wouldn't know that. That's true.
He would think that the guy's dead. I can turn my quirk off.
Yep.
And then
and
Toby's
boom.
got him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I 100% think that Toby takes this one.
I agree. After hearing that, I agree.
Especially since he also has Genjutsu. That.
Yep. Yeah. But the Genjutsu he might not be able to pull off if Erasure hits him in time, because that does require eye contact.
Mm. What does the Rinnegan give him?
It gives him access to the Six Paths abilities, which he basically never uses.
Yeah, but he has up his arsenal.
Yeah.
Unless somehow Eraser is getting him with his scarf, I think Toby clears.
Yeah.
I think Toby, it's Naruto characters, like we talk Bleach, just the stupidly strong abilities they have.
Naruto is on that level.
Well, Naruto just has so much versatility because not only do they have the jutsus, they're literally trained ninjas.
Yeah.
Also true.
Toby is basically a more overpowered version of Mirio. And I'm sure Mirio could even give Lemillion. I'm sure he can give
Aizawa a hard time.
A hard time, yeah.
Yeah, because he's strong and fast in general.
Yep, exactly.
Because here's the
Even
thing,
without his
Aizawa
powers.
has a dope-ass power, and it's really good, especially in a one-on-one fight, where
True.
he's not going against a group, but he's still just a guy.
Also true.
Yeah, he relies more on like acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more of a
excuse me.
support hero that he can handle villains until someone gets there to finish the fight.
Yeah.
Like we see him do at the
SJA or something like that. JSA.
JSA.
Yeah, I think that Aizawa puts up a good fight, but I just think Obito / Toby has too much going on for him.
Yeah.
Unless it's stupid Toby, and he just fucks around for a while and gets caught up. It's the approach.
Well, stupid Toby, I don't think would end up losing the fight though.
Yeah, he would.
Stupid Toby never loses. He just
would get
runs
caught
away.
and be like, so now we fight, and he drops into the Neil Kaplan Madara voice.
I love that voice so much.
Go Ninetales.
He's so nice too. I love Neil Kaplan. I got him to sign my Madara pop last year.
That's awesome.
Super cool dude.
Yeah, I think Toby.
Giving it to Toby.
I do think Toby wins.
All right.
Fair enough. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that kind of a recap of the all the death battles into one giant arena. That's fun.
Now, will every round be random, or do we want to put like Grons versus Baragon and make an actual bracket, or just continue to have it be random?
I think we should
a
at least
randomized bracket.
Yeah, I think we should at least continue to keep it random until we get through all of them. Then
Okay.
we can do the
So,
brackets.
Yeah, we'll do a once we get through like the 32 fights in the first round.
Yeah.
Once we get through that, I'll put all the names into a bracket of the 32 winners, and we'll do a best of 32 bracket, and you can randomize the seeds.
I'm down.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
You might have to re-explain that to me later, but
No worries.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. We're good. We got this.
cool.
All right.
Yeah, I like that, especially like the randomized aspect of that.
I like the randomized of it because then it comes to points where like there are characters that I do know that have a chance of actually fighting each other.
Yeah, true.
And it keeps it interesting, and it keeps us on our toes because we don't because none of us at that point know who's going up against who.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're on our toes of like, okay, how powerful are they?
Yep. And we can't necessarily rely on having like an idea of who we would pick to pit against each other.
Exactly.
You know,
'Cause,
like,
I mean,
water person versus water person or something
Yeah.
like that.
Because I mean, in normal brackets, they also fairly randomize them for the most part until they get to like these are all the winners kind of thing.
Right.
It
But yeah,
depends what bracket you're talking about. But yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Yep.
All right.
But yeah, that was fun, guys. For all of you listening out there, if you could follow and subscribe, we love you. And
Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on these fights.
Yeah, and if there are any special matchups or any names that you might want added to a wheel in the future or something, let us know.
Hell yeah.
Because lately, or for this one, I just used all the ones that we used in the past. But of course, if I might want to come back to this again in the future,
There's so many characters
it'll
that you
be-
can choose from as well.
yep, with new characters being added to the list of anime every day.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
All right.
what's the anime assignment, my guy?
The anime assignment is called Paradox Live: The Animation.
It's anime pitch perfect.
It really is.
It's on Crunchyroll.
I will say this beforehand. The music slaps. I'm leaving it at
Some
that.
of the music slaps.
Some of the music slaps.
The last song of the last 2 episodes I've watched have both been lackluster compared.
Have you
to
finished the
Bay.
show?
I'm 3 episodes in.
The last song is kind of garbo. I will say that.
Are you finished with it already?
I finished all of it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Bay, the first band that we see in the first episode, really like them. The Cosmes,
Cosmez I like.
I did not like them at all.
I didn't like the family.
The people that worked in the bar.
No, the other one. I don't think you might. The ones that look like they're part of a mafia group.
I don't know. I just know that the last song from the group that works in the bar, meh. And I thought Cosmes, the twins, their last song, mediocre, mid. mid as hell.
The intro song slaps. The intro song's really cool.
I do like the intro song because it reintroduces every character.
Yeah. And
Almost like it's a boy band competition. I love
and
it.
it's also kind of like with their own unique styles of how they do their music as well. It's really cool.
Have you guys ever seen the episode of American Dad where
Haven't-
Steve and his buddies join a boy band?
Nope.
It's called Boys 12. It's 12 different guys.
Yeah.
They make a song. That's just the open. Like, I'll play the video for you. You tell me that's not just the open.
Fair enough. All right.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Can't wait to hear from you, and can't wait to see you again next week. We love you.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Weekly Weebs podcast.
We'll be back next week with more exciting anime talk.
Make sure to join us every show to stay up to date with what's going on in the world of anime. We'll catch you next time.